welcome back to our channel. My name is Brett.
My name is Lizelle.
And for today's video, guys, we are going to take a look at a brief history of the new Vice President of the United States. Because we all know, man, Joe Biden has won the US presidency, ending Trump's term for 4 years.
Yeah.
Now, he's elected Kamala Harris, which I just found out actually is an Indian American.
Yes.
I did not know because, well, I mean, seriously, I don't really follow politics. Not even here in the Philippines, especially not in the US.
Yes, and she's the only woman
to be a
vice president.
Right. I saw that on Facebook. Yeah, she becomes the first woman ever to become the vice president.
This is history, guys.
Very historical, and she's Indian American, which makes it more satisfying.
Yes.
And, wow, so the times are changing, man. Times are changing in the US. And although there are some tumultuous happenings right now in the US, especially regarding the election.
Yeah, the election.
Not sure what the well, it's been made official, but I don't know. Did the Supreme Court rule that already? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna get into it. Or maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have no interest in politics. But again, since we are reacting to a lot of Indian videos in YouTube because of you guys, so we found it fitting to react to the newly vice president, which is Indian American.
Yeah.
Very, very historic indeed. So let's go check this out. But first, if you haven't already, man, hit that subscribe and also that bell so you'll be updated with our latest reactions. And if you're gonna like the video by the end of it, man, let us know by hitting that like, and let us know in the comment section if there are some facts that you know that isn't in this video. Share with us, man. We truly appreciate it.
Yes, guys. So our reaction and comments will be at the end of this video. So watch till the end. So without further ado, let's get started.
I will not sit here and be lectured by the Vice President on what it means to enforce the laws of our country. I am the only one on this stage who has personally prosecuted everything from child sexual assault to homicide. The American people have witnessed what is the greatest failure of any presidential administration in the history of our country. Today, on August 15th, 2020, I stand before you as the first candidate for Vice President of the United States of South Asian descent. People of India and to Indian Americans all across the United States, I want to wish you a happy Indian Independence Day. I will not sit here and be lectured by the Vice President on what it means to enforce the laws of our country. I am the only one on this stage who has personally prosecuted everything from child sexual assault to homicide. I'm the only one on this stage who has prosecuted the big banks for taking advantage of America's homeowners. I'm the only one on this stage who prosecuted for-profit colleges for taking advantage of our veterans. And the reality of this is that we are talking about an election in 27 days, where last week the President of the United States took a debate stage in front of 70 million Americans and refused to condemn white supremacists.
Not true.
And
Not true.
it wasn't like he didn't have a chance. He didn't do it, and then he doubled down. And then he said, when pressed, stand back. stand by. And this is a part of a pattern of Donald Trump's. To the people of India and to Indian Americans all across the United States, I want to wish you a happy Indian Independence Day. On August 15th, 1947, men and women all over India rejoiced in the declaration of the independence of the country of India. Today, on August 15th, 2020, I stand before you as the first candidate for Vice President of the United States of South Asian descent. When my mother, Kamala, stepped off the plane in California at 19 years old, she didn't have much in the way of belongings. But she carried with her lessons from back home, including ones she'd learned from her parents, my grandmother, Rajam, and her father, my grandfather, P.V. Gopalan. They taught her that when you see injustice in the world, you have an obligation to do something about it, which is what inspired my mother to march and shout on the streets of Oakland at the height of the Civil Rights Movement, a movement whose leaders, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., were themselves inspired by the nonviolent activism of Mahatma Gandhi. And it was during those protests that my mother met my father. And the rest, as they say, is history. Growing up, my mother would take my sister, Maya, and me back to what was then called Madras, because she wanted us to understand where she had come from and where we had ancestry. The American people have witnessed what is the greatest failure of any presidential administration in the history of our country. And here are the facts. 210,000 dead people in our country in just the last several months. Over 7 million people who have contracted this disease. 1 in 5 businesses closed. We're looking at frontline workers who have been treated like sacrificial workers. We are looking at over 30 million people who in the last several months had to file for unemployment. And here's the thing. On January 28th, the Vice President and the President were informed about the nature of this pandemic. They were informed that it's lethal in consequence, that it is airborne, that it will affect young people, and that it would be contracted because it is airborne. And they knew what was happening, and they didn't tell you.
That's true.
The first women vice president is also the first women
No. The
in the
second.
Senate.
No. The second one. The second black woman in the Senate.
The second
Which is
black.
really, if you think about it, man, are you like? It's amazing that how many historical events can happen when you're not white.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean,
first is Barack Obama, the first Black American president, and now
I remember a joke from Trevor Noah saying, Kamala Harris is half Jamaican, half Indian, and then we got Obama, who's half I forgot the other half, I think, but yeah, he's mixed. Kamala is mixed. So if you they say that if you don't get to somewhere, if you don't start living up higher than your normal average African Americans, they always call you mix. Barack Obama, he's been dissed by a lot of people saying, you know what, that mixed guy can't win the election. That mixed guy can't win. Well, who does this mixed guy think he is, man? Ain't no mixed guy gonna be the president. And then once he turned into president, they all said, that's our black president. So this is sort of like what's happening right now with Kamala Harris. She's mixed. They've been calling her, this mixed candidate. She's not pure American. She's mixed. And then she won. She's like the first black U.S. vice president. Come on, guys, you gotta be honest.
And we all know that Indians, fellow Indians, are so very proud of her because she's the she's the first woman vice president of the United
with the
States.
South Asian descent. The first ever. I mean, damn, man. Even we're not Indians, we're Filipinos, but we're Asian. I mean, you gotta feel proud, man. We got an Asian on the biggest office in the world, man, the White House. Jeez. And since I never really looked into the background of the U.S. president or the U.S. vice president, so this was very informative for me at least because we get to see some sort of history on what she has been fighting for, or what she has done in the Senate, what she has done when she was the district attorney. I love it, And she pointed out that, when this Black Lives Matter movement, with a lot of whites coming out as, this white supremacists. I hate those kind of people, by the way. Feeling all high and mighty just because they're white. I almost laugh. Anyway, so yeah. No one really spoke about it in the administration as of the or as far as I know. So I'm glad to see that at least in the Democratic side of it, a lot of people are fighting, for equality. I mean, think about it. It's been how many years ever since racism started in America? Ever since they got the Africans to be their slaves in the U.S. Till Abraham Lincoln fought for equality. After that, they passed that all men should be created equal, and then racism never really left the States.
Yes.
I'm not saying all of the Americans are racist, but a lot of whites are.
And also, it's a good thing that she never forget where
she came from.
Oh,
yes.
And also her mother, where he came from, something.
And I love that at least their tradition or their culture has never left her body. Has never left her. That was a good deed there. Sad to see she passed
And
away.
all Indians must.
I wonder how the Indians are taking this. We gotta watch some videos of that. You know what, guys? We will try to find some videos. Featuring what the Indian community thinks about her win. So let's go check it out. But for now, this video is about to end. So guys, if you like the reaction to it, let us know by hitting that like and let us know in the comment section what other videos you'd like us to react to next time.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for choosing us. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. We will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there.